Exploring the versatile meanings and usage of cut. The verb cut is highly versatile, with a wide range of meanings depending on context. Below is an analysis of its most common uses, including examples and short phrases. To sever or divide with a sharp instrument. To separate something into parts using a knife, scissors, or similar tool. Cut a piece of paper, cut your hair, cut the rope. She used a knife to cut the vegetables. He cut his finger while chopping onions. To reduce or lessen, to decrease in amount, size, or intensity. Cut costs, cut the budget, cut the time. The company decided to cut its workforce by 10%. They need to cut the amount of sugar in their diet. To interrupt or stop, to end or disrupt an activity or conversation. Cut someone off, cut the call. She cut me off while I was speaking. The power outage cut the internet connection. He cut the presentation short to address a more urgent matter. To skip or avoid, to bypass or not attend something. Cut class, cut corners. He was caught cutting class to hang out with friends. They cut corners to save time, but the project ended up failing. Let's cut through the park to get there faster. To hurt emotionally or insult. To cause someone pain or discomfort emotionally. Cut to the heart. Cut someone deeply. Her words cut him deeply. It really cut me to hear him say that. The criticism cut to the core of his confidence. To carve or shape. To form something by cutting into a surface or material. Cut a sculpture, cut into wood. He cut his initials into the tree trunk. The artist cut a beautiful pattern into the metal. She cut a heart shape out of the paper. In sports or performance contexts, to remove someone from a team or project. Cut from the team, cut from the cast. He was cut from the basketball team after the tryouts. The director decided to cut that scene from the final version of the film. They cut the player due to poor performance. Cut to the chase. To get to the point without wasting time, let's cut to the chase and discuss the main issue. Cut it out. Stop doing something annoying or inappropriate. Cut it out. You're being too loud. A cut above. Superior to or better than others. Her performance was a cut above the rest. Cut and dried. Clear and straightforward. The decision was cut and dried. There was no room for debate. Cut ties. To end a relationship or connection. She decided to cut ties with her former business partner. Let's dive deeper into some phrasal verbs that use cut and how they add different layers of meaning. Expressions like cut down, cut off, cut up, and cut back show how versatile this word can be in everyday conversations. From reducing habits to expressing emotional impact, these phrases bring richness to the way we communicate. I'll break them down with examples so you can master their usage effortlessly. Cut down. To reduce the size, amount, or number of something. To bring down something by cutting, especially a tree. To reduce the size, amount, or number of something. I'm trying to cut down on sugar. We need to cut down on expenses to save money. To bring down something by cutting, especially a tree. They had to cut down the old tree in the backyard. Cut off. To stop the supply or flow of something. For example, water, electricity, communication. The storm cut off the electricity in the whole town. To interrupt someone. She tried to explain, but he cut her off mid-sentence. To isolate or separate from others. The island was cut off from the mainland due to the heavy floods. Cut up. To emotionally upset or hurt someone deeply. Often used for literal cutting or describing emotional distress. To cut something into smaller pieces. She cut up the vegetables for the salad. Cut into pieces. Informal. To behave in a silly or playful way, often for attention. The kids were cutting up during class and making everyone laugh. To emotionally upset or hurt someone deeply. He was really cut up after hearing the bad news. Cut back. To reduce the use, amount, or expenditure of something, often due to limitations or to save resources. Frequently used when discussing reductions in budgets, energy use, or habits. We need to cut back on spending this month. The company decided to cut back on production due to low demand. He's trying to cut back on caffeine for health reasons.